Hello everyone, Violet here, and today I want to tell you about a method of divination that I've been working with and discovering, and it's using collage as divination. So in the spiritual communities and practices, I'm sure you've often heard of collage being used as a form of manifestation, especially when people make vision boards. And you can think of this too as a form of magic. And this is kind of related to that, but what I would say is creating a vision board is kind of like a breath out, and then using collage as divination is like a breath in. And you can actually use both in tandem for a very powerful spiritual practice. Using collage as a form of divination is similar to automatic writing, in which you get into a flow state and you can channel energies from higher states of consciousness, from your deep inner self and inner knowing, and create this flow from that place, and then later come back and interpret it. But what's different with using collage is that you're actually using like symbols and pictures and colors, which is often the way that the universe speaks to us anyway. It's kind of the universal language of symbology. And you can absolutely add little bits of text here and there as part of it too, especially depending what it is that you're pulling from to make these creations. So if you want to try this out for yourself, I think the most important part at the very beginning is to set your intention. You know, if you have a specific question to ask, you can find your way to ask that, or to say, I want to tap into this stream of energy or this stream of consciousness, or even just simply what is within me, what needs to be expressed at this time, whatever it may be. Set that intention, and then also set the stage to reflect that intention as you go. And some ways you can set the stage is cleansing your space ahead of time, perhaps lighting a candle, maybe burning some incense, or diffusing some essential oil, maybe setting out some crystals or objects that relate to what it is that you're trying to tap into or communicate with. Putting on some music, some healing music, some vibrations, or maybe even some upbeat, dancey kind of music, to really get into whatever energy it is that you're wanting to get into. And in choosing your materials, really don't overthink it. Whatever you have on hand, if you want to grab some magazines, it doesn't have to be related to spirituality in any way. You can use anything, and have some scissors, some glue, and just as you go, cut out the things that call to you, place them where it makes sense, but truly don't analyze as you go. See if you can separate yourself and just be in the flow state, be in the trust state. Just follow your whims. It's fun. And then when you have completed your collage, the next step is to totally switch gears into a different state of receptivity. And with this, you want to get a very fresh perspective. So you might even want to take your collage and go somewhere else with it. For example, maybe you were working on a craft table to make it, and now you take your collage to your altar. Go to a different space, set a different scene, a different vibe, go into it with your same intention of what it is that you're trying to gather knowledge from, but now you're going to be looking at it with fresh eyes, perhaps as if you've seen it for the very first time. You might find that you need a little bit of time to look at your collage, or you could always come back to it at different points. Perhaps bring a journal and jot down notes as you go along with what it's making you think of, any inspirations that come to you. And now when looking at your collage, look at the relationships of the images, the text, the colors, the things that you put down. What's beside something else? What's above or below? What's behind if you have different layers, and what's on top? What is on the left side, which is often more the feminine receptive side, and what is on the right side, the more projective masculine side? What colors are present? Is there a relationship between the colors? How do those make you feel? you might begin to see that things start speaking to each other and having their own little conversations, and then step back and look at it as a whole. What is this overall design, this overall feeling? So you're going to take it all into account, the little details all the way up into the whole art piece, really, that you're looking at. So you can think of this similarly as to reading tea leaves, reading clouds, reading the smoke from incense. You're tapping into this intuitive place where you're letting these images speak to you on your deeper level. But here we've done two parts of the process. We've created what it is that we're divining from with the same intention, and then we're letting it speak to us as if it's brand new. So I am creating an oracle deck with the method of collage as a form of divination, and I'm so excited about it. I will be creating an original art piece each month and turning it into a real oracle card. And you can subscribe to help me out on this process. Every month you'll be getting an original card in the mail, and I'll send you this nice cloth bag to collect the cards, as well as writing to go along with the card, and I'll send you a binder that you can collect those writings in, and you can collage it if you would like. So this will be available on Patreon and on Ko-fi. It's $25, and if you subscribe on Patreon, you can also get bonus art content. If you subscribe on Ko-fi, you can get bonus spiritual content. And as I create the cards, which I don't want to give away the surprise of the very first one, so you can check it out here, I'll be posting it on my Instagram account, Sabbat Card Game, which is my card game account, but we'll also be putting the oracle cards up there as well. And if you subscribe, if you're watching this before February 15th, 2023, then you can actually get every single card, because I'll be mailing out the first ever batch of them on February 15th. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you so much for considering subscribing, and I will see you soon. Bye.